This exercise is going to be a scapular punch by using external rotation, which means that whether I'm using a band or a cable, that band's going to go around my wrist and is going to be pulling my arm towards my midline. Whether it's right or left, we always want that force pulling towards midline. So as far as the lower half is concerned, what I want to see is whichever arm we're working, I want the opposite foot to be our lead foot. So that's going to go in front, and I'm just going to drop this other one behind. Now, as we move through this exercise and as that arm punches forwards, I want to see that we actively rotate through the hips. And to do that, I want us to be really glued into what we're doing at the floor. So as that arm punches forwards, I want to see that we push through the knuckle of my back foot and get really heavy on the outside of my lead foot. So as that arm would go forwards, I'm going to push through the knuckle of my back foot, get heavy on the outside of my lead foot. That's going to bring my arm forwards. Now as that comes back, all I'm going to do is I'm going to let myself relax. Let those hips come back to neutral, and we go again. So as far as the lower body is concerned, it's going to be pushing through the floor, through the knuckle of my back foot, getting heavy on the outside of my lead foot, and then letting that kind of relax back to neutral as we come back in. So my lower half is going to be doing this almost staggered stance rotation, while my upper half works. So once I've got my arm out, I want this force to be directly to the side, pulling that arm straight across. Now, as far as the upper body is concerned during this exercise, I almost want it to be like a pulley system through the arms. As one arm goes forwards, the other arm comes back. So I don't want to see that we're reaching forwards and then kind of rowing and pulling back in, being really forceful or powerful with one side. It's nice smooth motion, almost like we're swimming. We want to extend through each side, get nice even motion through both. And essentially all we're going to do is I'm going to pop a band around this lead arm. And what I want to see with this is my objective is to keep my forearm pointing directly straight forwards the whole time. I don't want to see that I let that elbow tuck to the side. So as I come back in, I want to make sure that that is finding its position tucked up my side, directly lined up straight forwards. I don't want to see that we're coming back and letting that elbow flare. So maintaining the alignment through my working arm, all I'm going to do with the upper body is essentially do exactly the same motion. So one arm punches forwards, other one comes back in, and then we swap and rotate round. Whichever arm's going forwards, really try and reach forwards with that one. That's going to get us the rotation we need during this exercise. Try and avoid over pulling. A lot of time we'll see that'll end up with people extending. So always reach forwards with the lead arm and just let your other one kind of tuck in and fall at your side naturally. So now we understand what we're doing with the upper body. It's just time to pair the upper and lower together. So as I push my arm forwards, I'm going to think about my foot cues. So I'm going to be driving through the knuckles of the back foot, getting heavy on the outside of the lead one, maintaining the alignment through the arm, and we punch forwards. So in my finish position, I've got that good alignment, everything through here. Left arm is by my side. All of my weight is through the knuckle of my back foot and on the outside of my lead leg. All I do is as I come back, I'm going to let my hips relax, let that elbow find its place by my side, and go again. And we really want to see this as a whole body movement, so I want it to feel that we're connected from the ground up and that no part of our system is moving by itself, like it's all kind of working and moving together. If we do this correctly, you should not only feel a really good stimulus on your shoulder, you should also feel like your hips have had some work.